In the bottom right, in the red, our favorite, the man who's believed to win this series, is Colorful. In the top left, in the yellow, looking to upset the underdog, Alice. And we're starting off very much with standard play. Demon Hunter on both sides. Ancient of War in a standard position. Oftentimes when you see Demon versus Demon and you expect that, you can also attempt a riskier camp. On Echo Isles, for example, we see that quite a bit with the Merc camp being crept on both sides or on one side. Of course, Echo is a little asymmetrical, so there comes a risk. But anyways, at times we see rather large camps being attempted. On Northern Isles, on Tidehunters, that would be the Null camp, the orange, also close to the main, which would be a fast level 2. But both players here not risking that yet, and I'm kind of surprised actually to have our new map in the pool here, Tidehunters. In the mirrors, we've seen plenty of times that the new maps will not be getting played, but here we will see it. And it's going to be a straight up game from the look of things so far.
Yeah, and I think they didn't go for that because they know that the opponent can scout and play aggressive if that happens, and they both hit scouts very perfectly there. So we have evasion actually for Colorful, who's creeping slightly faster right now, and on the other side, evasion was finally selected, but for the first camp, I guess he didn't really have to take it because the Ancient of War was tanking. Item-wise, we got a circlet and a claw for Colorful, and on the other side, double gloves of haste. I wonder if any one of them is going to go on a bit of a shopping trip here to start adding to these items so that they get a very scary Demon Hunter from the get-go.
Yeah, with the marketplace up at the top, that's certainly doable. But yeah, tremendous drops here so far for Colorful. Alice walks out of the map to creep the enemy turtle away. Interesting. That means, though, he's going to have to go very far back to his main to heal again. Hoping for those slippers, gets the gauntlets. Really not the greatest items for Alice. But yeah, maybe at the marketplace, he can make his own luck.
Yeah, I was starting to think that all the rings and gauntlets were gone here, but no. They're still in the game. We haven't purged them out yet. Colorful already went back home, so he's back healthy. And now the question is, what does he creep next? He's looking to be aggressive here. Moving towards Alice's base. Alice is going to be able to spot it here as he's chilling around the crab. Dude, that's the same position that 120 resurrected that crab. This guy's always chilling there, waiting to be resurrected.
Like a peaceful area. You know, you got your turtle friends. It's the old ruins of a long-lost civilization. I wouldn't mind having a vacation here. Maybe after DreamHack, though. Before that, we're not gonna have too much time. So, nice little nighttime ambush, and finally Alice is gonna get the slippers. And comparing the two opening builds and creep routes, I guess Alice's does look better. He used a lot of time just running around, but in the end he got the circlet. He's now gonna get the dust. He got the two small items, and he's about to get level 3.
I think Alice was counting on Colorful to head this way. That's why he had the archers hidden. He needed to heal, so instead of just sending everything back home like most players would, he was like, no, I'll just chill there. Maybe I'll be able to spot where he goes. Maybe he goes to the merchant. Maybe he tries and steal my turtle. So he spots the movement perfectly, but now Colorful did the same. He left his archers near the center. He knew that Alice maybe was going to try and creep around the shop. Now he got the spot. Can he get one single archer? Looks like it, unless there is a block at the last second. The Demon Hunter of Alice blocks the Demon Hunter of Colorful. And now Colorful has to turn around and disengage. And I guess he's going to be the one already in the center when he reaches tier 2 to buy that Naga.
Yeah, especially the Koreans have been playing pretty much Naga only with this bear style. Speaking here about Lawlight and Moon. The Keeper in the late game, of course, is super strong with the Thorns, but the map control you lose early on can be really painful if you don't go for Naga yourself. And now Alice, if he wants to go for Naga, how's he gonna do it? Can't do it with the Demon right now. He's being pushed away, doesn't dare to bring the archers into the middle. And you have to remember these boots of speed. They were expensive for Colorful, but with that, he has really good chase potential now, way better than Alice.
Yeah, Colorful is just happy to completely zone out Alice from the center right now. He's actually going to try to get the Makrura Snapper here. In the center, Alice moved his Ancient of War very late, by the way, especially considering he only ever made 3 archers. Whereas Colorful has been in position for a very long time to try and creep that orange camp near his main base. Drops a Lightning Shield, great item. to use on the Demon Hunter for extra damage. Colorful seems to be a little bit ahead right now.
And there's, it seemed like Alice had a bit of a item lead, but I guess not having those boots did hurt him in the end. And he had to go for the Keeper of the Grove. 50% done now. Tier 3 already started. I feel like this is what we almost always see in Knight of Mirror nowadays. A super fast Tier 3. Sometimes even before lures. You wanted to get to these bears quickly. The new bears, they're pretty good.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, when we read about that plus 25 mana on the PTR, it kind of sounded like it was a very minimal change, but it seems pretty impactful in a lot of the games. Definitely one of those changes that maybe was misread into, but it's also kind of early to be able to say exactly. But yeah, when you play against Night Elf currently, you definitely do feel the difference in terms of how many rejuve and all that.
Now we're gonna start creeping again. Colorful harassing with the Demon Hunter. Out of mana though, and no level 3 yet, so he can't really do too much here outside of just delaying. Colorful himself is creeping with the Naga. Wants to make sure to not deny anything here, then he's gonna get level 2 and beyond. And interesting that Colorful sacrifices progress on his first hero to boost up the second hero. Of course you want to be ideally level 3 on both by the time you engage into the first fight.
Yeah, I think he's just sure that he's gonna get Naga level 3 eventually, so he wants to hit 3 and 3 instead of being like 3 and 2. Where if your Demon Hunter is level 3, you're gonna burn the opponent's Demon Hunter. They kind of negate one another, meaning that if his Naga is 3 earlier than the opponent's and he takes a fight, that Fortlightning is gonna hurt a lot. Because usually you go Fortlightning level 2. And Rune Bracers drop for Alice. Probably gonna be a sell. I mean, I don't think it's super useful here. And we already got Master Training on the way for him too.
Yeah, Rune Bracers versus Crystal Ball, so both of them definitely subpar. Keeping Crystal Ball for now, but I imagine not too much longer. Passes the TP to the Naga, that's the proper way to do it. Invul on the Demon to protect him, and TP on the Naga to protect her. You don't want to have both saving items on one hero. And of course there's also going to be a staff that's going to come into play. Normally also on the Naga. So the big drop here, of course, is Scourge Bone Chimes. Insanely good in Bear Mirror. Colorful's gonna have a chance here. 1 out of 8 to get it. He gets a belt instead, which is not bad for the Demon Hunter, honestly. This is a big HP boost for the frontline tank and damage dealer.
Let's see. Alice positioning himself to... If there was an item dropping, he would definitely like to steal that, but now there's no real opportunity with the item already being gone. But he's probably gonna stalk that Naga, hoping that another big camp gets crept very soon. And this is what I was talking about. Colorful's Naga is already level 3, whereas on the other side for Alice, even if he finishes this camp now, which actually is disengaging from, because he saw the demon, he wouldn't even be level 3. So some big fighting potential very soon here for Colorful, even though the Demon Hunter is right on him.
Oh, do you look at the shop? If he saw the heal scroll being purchased away, then he must have realized there was an Invis Demon Hunter there. Also, not having seen the Demon Hunter with the enemy army is a little suspicious. And Colorful now on his way for the first time aggressively into the enemy main. But there's Moonwell support here, so this should be a good fight for Alice on paper.
Yeah, Demon goes very far forward. There's going to be a rejuve, of course. Look at that bare mana here. This one with 350. Rejuve all day for everybody.
And Roar should also be easily available. Alright, 48 supply against 50. You're pretty much even, but there's one more bear on Alice's side. More rejuve coming in. Dryad, Dispel. Needs to be there quickly. The Demon Hunter. The rejuve is running through. Did Alice forget about Abolish? No, he didn't. But he's not using it. The one Dryad not using the Dispel. Death Note must be turning somewhere in Kazakhstan or wherever he lives. Big mistake by Alice.
Yeah, he finally used it on the Demon Hunter being rejuved, but the bears of Alice running low already. Colorful with a great staff. Both players saving some bears beautifully here. There's still an invuln for Colorful. He's going to use that right now. Townfall available for Alice. Not that he really needs it right now. He's going to be able to kill one more bear. Colorful forced out of this fight. And Alice almost killing that last bear here before the Townfall went through. Supplies at 48 against 43 in Colorful's favor. So definitely got the slightly better end of the trade here. Experience-wise, he's doing way better as well. With 3.5 and 3.6 against 3.1 and 2.7.
Go now for a second orb. Maybe? Perhaps it's on cooldown. I don't know. 500 goals to left for Colorful. Going to the shop again. He wants to get the next heal scroll. A juicy heal scroll. Only one shop as well on this map, so important to get those. But actually, it's the invul for the demon. And a bit more creeping for Colorful. Level 4s on these heroes do have a decent impact, especially on the demon.
Sentry Word's about to be picked up. And that Demon of Colorful, always kind of low on mana. Maybe you should just staff that. Wait, there's a bear stuck. Oh no, never mind. It was just in a corner in his base. Wait, the pathing. That bear. Go around. Colorful. He's stuck in a corner.
That's some showcase WarCraft AI. Oh no,
Oh,
he
he
actually did wall it off with the Moonwells. Oh yeah, it is a wall. Whoops.
Oh,
Cancel.
He's not realizing.
Cancel.
I guess he can uproot the shop and eat through the trees on the right side. But yeah, this is a little bit of a mishap here. He's gonna do it on the left-hand side. That bear is like, set me free. Open the cage. Let me out.
If he was to get attacked and he can't retreat behind his wall here in the middle, this could be a real problem. But at the moment, Colorful doesn't have to be concerned about defending. He's the aggressor. Spots the Zeppelin as well. Of course, Doom drops, Bear drops. We have seen plenty of times before be game deciding. But if you spot it like this, it shouldn't catch you too much by surprise. The Zepp, where's it going? It's not unloading! Alice has a TP right away. What's he doing? There we go. Finally use that TP. May even be able to save every bear. One of them goes down. Demon Hunter didn't have a staff there to save the bear, and Alice with another clear mistake. Alice perhaps not woken up yet today.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, remember that when units drop from a Zeppelin, or when units are forced to drop down from a Zeppelin because it dies, the unit is dizzy and they have less movement speed and attack rate. So you absolutely cannot fight after this happens. So there was no other choice than just taunt portaling out of there. Little bit unusual to get caught like this, but remember that there is ultra vision for both players. And if you move out like this and you're inside of the Zeppelin, you don't have the extra vision because it's not a Night Elf unit. Whereas the opponent, he was just using his units moving around the map. So Colorful spotted the Zeppelin from very far away. Might have been good to have the demon out for Alice for the vision, and then just have the Zeppelin kind of follow him. And then when he's close to the opponent's base, you pick up everything. But yeah, small details that, you know, I'm backseating here from the comfort of my chair.
It doesn't seem to make sense that the guy with the blindfold sees better than the pilot in the Zeppelin, but that's how it goes sometimes in WarCraft. As Colorful is trying to be aggressive again, but he doesn't have mana on the demon anymore, so the mana advantage could go to Alice here now. He's gonna get a kill on an archer. Somehow these archers are still all alive for Colorful, or at least they were. And this looks like a bad fight for the favorite for Colorful. He's got less supply by a bit, and of course fighting into Moonwells. He's gonna TP out, trying to save all the bears still, and he did manage to do this. But this wasn't a full-blown attack, just an attack designed to buy time. More time for perhaps more upgrades. He already got a big lead here with 2-2 against only 1-0. And when Colorful spends all his money, he's gonna have a huge army.
It kind of felt like maybe he was being impatient, but I think it was just a calculated timing to make Alice spend some of the Moonwell just kind of keeping back at home. And as long as you don't lose anything, I think it's fine to, take these kind of fights. If we look at the supply now, Colorful still slightly ahead. He's got a ton of bears. He just went for the 2 dryads. On the other side, we only got just the 1. And Alice is moving out with a bunch of wisps here. He wants to fight. Oh my god, the upgrades, by the way. Are you seeing the upgrades? 2-2 against 1-0.
Looking catastrophic for Alice, but Wisps can be a huge difference maker. Fighting with Roar against no Roar can turn a fight around. We have a Zeppelin as well in the mix, but the Naga should be targeting that quickly. Oh, Fog Lightning kills off all the Wisps. No more detonate to be expected here. Wand of Illusion also coming in from Colorful. Even more damage now being soaked up by his bears that are already tanky. Oof, Demon was in trouble there as well, fortunately with the big healing potion. He's taking tons of damage on the first hero. Here is Alice. Only a single bear went down so far. Now, another one falls. Next Fog Lightning came through the Naga level 4 already. Mana potion used before Alice. Gonna lose the hero, gonna lose the game. GG 1-0 lead for Colorful.
That was a super clean Knight of Mirror by Colorful, and it goes to show why he's so feared in this matchup. He just barely does any mistakes. I think the early game, like the very early game, went in Alice's favor thanks to some items, but the way he was zoning out the tavern is picture perfect. He had the Naga advantage pretty early on, map control with that. Alice even forced into a keeper that he then later cancelled because he really wanted that Naga. And then from that moment on, it's just all Colorful, earlier upgrades, better levels, higher supply, better decisions as well. Colorful is really good in Knight of Mirror.
Yeah, that was a great showcase of it. He was just more solid overall. Like, in the start, he wasn't particularly going that well, but then we saw Alice start making mistakes. He stopped archers at 3, which was really weird. Like, we almost never see that. Usually it's 4 or 5 at least, sometimes even more with improved bows, especially if Sonic's playing. But after that, the Ancient of War was moving very slow, getting in position for extra creeping, and the whole game was just Colorful getting further and further ahead with better creeping and more solid mechanics on everything.
All right, everybody, that was game 1. Alice is facing elimination and Colorful is 1 step away from the playoffs. 3 minutes of a breaker, and then we start map 2. Back at DreamHack, Colorful in one of his best matchups, pushing for the playoffs. Lin and Colorful went into this group as the favorites. Youngie and Alice went into this to upset us all. So far, not the case. Alice, some moves are pretty good, especially the very early game turtle steal. But then afterwards, I think lost a little bit of concentration here and there, not 100% focused, and that cannot be allowed against Colorful.
Yeah, it's just looking too solid. He's looking too on point recently. The one thing of Colorful here is he's definitely predictable. He's gonna play Demon Bears no matter the map, no matter what. Maybe even Concealed, but that's of course his veto. Amazonia, our second map, a map where we will see Potom a lot of the time. So the question is, Alice, is he gonna do it? Because I can guarantee you, Colorful won't.
Guarantee, huh? Alright, Dreamo, alrighty. We move on to map number 2. Once again, the tail of the tape between the two. Amazonia, it is the bear mirror map, it is the Zeppelin drop map, but it's also the map where Alice showed a Potom yesterday in the very same matchup. So maybe this is gonna be a little bit of a surprise. We'll see in a second.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a big tell of confidence for Alice. If he plays Potom here, this screams out to me that he feels he cannot beat Colorful in a straight-up Bear Mirror, Demon Mirror. He has to resort to something else, that something else being the Potom and Hunt. So, looking at the Altar of Elders, it is not a Potom. It's the Demon Hunter, so we stick with the Blind Man, the Cunning Hero, and the Bears.
Yeah, maybe you're just hoping to hit some good items here. There is always, like, when you play on Amazonia, you know you're gonna start with 2 items. You know the opponent will as well. So sometimes you're just hoping you find the damage and they don't. And then you just kind of start getting ahead because of this. We saw that last game. Momentum was everything. Colorful, he was doing better from the get-go pretty much. Like from the moment he had like 4 archers, 5 archers, and then he grabbed the Naga earlier. He completely zoned out his opponent from the center. He got slightly ahead and he kept on extending that lead through all the right moves that he needed to do at the time. So perhaps Alice trying to count on doing the same thing that Colorful did last game here, really, with just getting slightly ahead and never letting go of that lead.
Cute little move at the beginning. The Wisp pulls in the green cam, making things for Alice a little bit more tricky, but not by much. He's gonna get the full camp with the lightning shield creep. Starts off with the ring. Yikers. But did get full XP. Cost him a bit of Wisp repair, but only 1 Wisp, not 2. But that could still be a bit of a fast attack for Colorful, who gets the claws and gauntlets, which are really good items.
Yeah, on the other side, we got ring and slippers. The real upside of these items is that when you go home and you have to click on Moonwells to heal your hero, you don't have to drop anything, because you're not dropping really any stats. That would be important there. And look at this archer use here of Alice. He's sending the creeps away. Colorful's trying to do the same thing here, but it's not working. He kept the archer on the outside so that the trappers would head out instead of hitting the demon hunter. He gets a slipper on his demon here, Colorful. On the other side, we got double slipper plus ring. That demon's going to be a beast. Plus 4.8 armor, Remo.
That's pretty sick. That's 36% damage reduction. Everyone who ever played Diablo will know how valuable that is. Not as good as the Ring of Might, which gave you 80% damage reduction, which was a lot of fun. Shout out to all my Barb mains out there. Alice going for the Merc camp early. And again, that's the chance of the big item. The jackpot item. Scourge Bone Chimes. Can he get it?
Well, Talas would be okay too, I guess. I didn't know you played Diablo. Hardcore?
A decent amount, yeah.
Hardcore or not?
I only played hardcore once. It's too stressful, bro. It's too stressful. Wait, you didn't play Diablo, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But real
I was
question,
about to say, there's
do you
no
have
way
a
to
phone,
own
though?
the noobs there.
do you have a phone?
I do have a phone. Dude, it's so cheap and so slow, though. I don't think I could run Tetris on that damn phone. But I do have one.
These
What's your
demons
favorite
are
game
more-
on your phone, Todd? What's your favorite game on your phone?
I don't really play games on my phone, to be honest. Twitter, I guess. If we can call it a game.
If we weren't on stream, I'm pretty sure I know what your answer would have been. I was trying to see if you wanted to go there, but apparently not. We're just continuing to creep. Level 3 is now on both sides.
We sold the ring. How dare you, Alice? He's like, yeah, I have enough armor already.
He's also got the boots. In fact, both do. And yeah, both demons nicely equipped. The pressure is mounting, and it smells of a Naga
Players'
again.
forces are under attack.
There's some tuna in the air.
Both players should meet in the center now. Alice with a bit more mana. He might be able to time the mana burn perfectly. Are you a tuna or salmon sashimi guy?
Tuna, 100%.
What? Okay, that guy bought a little bit earlier for Alice here. That's the only mana burn this Demon Hunter of Colorful is ever gonna have. Whereas on the other side, we have double mana burn, so that Naga of Colorful needs to be really careful. He's trying to block with the illusion. He has the wisp forward. Oh my god, can he get it? I don't think so. Colorful just sneaks right past the Demon Hunter on the other side, really on the hunt for the Naga. Where do you even go?
Sometimes it's even better to let that Naga die, because she's just gonna keep on getting chased. She soaks up so much moon juice. And this exchange went way better for Colorful. Can clean up the illusion now. The Naga's still in trouble. Oh my god. Is she gonna die after all that juice?
I don't think he can escape. Oh, he gave the boots. The last mana burn. Wow.
-1. I've seen on your stream sometimes when there's a -2 mana burn, you type -2. Is that the moment where you type in -1 in all chat?
Yes.
A player's forces
If you're a bad person.
Or a badass, perhaps in that case as well.
Colorful playing so aggressive here. He's got a Naga, the opponent doesn't. He knows that right now the Naga is being remade in the altar. He's like, you know what? I'll just keep pressuring. Definitely needs to add that. Oh no, never mind. It's already there. The second lore. It's near the lab for him. Look at Colorful's base, by the way. He left plenty of space between his Moonwell line this time. There's not gonna be a cage.
And we're gonna have free roaming Night Elf units here. Alright, Demon on one side, trying to kill another Archer again, but the block seems to be there. And Colorful again, getting the better end. He kills off an enemy Archer with the 2 heroes involved there. But finally, Alice claims some blood of his own. And stressful moment right there, having to manage 2 screens at the same time. That's something I always wonderfully manage to mess up, but our 2 players doing it quite well.
Yeah, Alice did really good. He got the Enchant of War killed. So, and his is pretty healthy on the other side. He could actually just very easily move that to the expansion here at the bottom and creep that with the Enchant of War tanking everything. Whereas on the other side, losing your Enchant of War, we saw that last game. It happened to Alice, and that really weakened his creeping quite a bit after that was gone.
Yeah, once you have a couple of bears, you can creep pretty much anything, but before that, it's gonna be a little rough. So it seems like Colorful has no choice but to keep playing aggressively. Good Whisk Scout in the north, sees Alice going there. Is he really gonna commit for the Renegade? That seems a little risky. But Colorful's not looking for the Creepjack, he's looking for the base attack. Gonna cancel the shop, delaying the orb, possibly. Would love to see a Zapper right now. Zapper could kill 2 Moonwells.
Yeah, but not if Alice is here and he's nearby. It would be pretty risky. One of those high risk, high reward things. And yeah, Alice here, honestly, I think he's in a very decent position. Can just pull the camp at the expo, creep that, and go into bears from at least having an equal supply right now with Colorful.
Colorful wants to get his orb. Booking it back home, and here it is. The Venomous Orb. First one of possibly quite many.
Don't you think that if you're gonna have 2 sleepers on the demon, the Gloves of Haste should be on him as well? Oh, he gets Vampiric! The perfect item here. Wow, that was a very safe downpour. And those bears, wow, they were hiding at the back.
It's a huge advantage for Alex. He's got double aura against 0, and the lifesteal is part of that. But there's an Orb of Venom, so we will learn the answer. How good, how strong is the Orb of Venom truly? Is it strong enough to beat 2 auras?
He can cancel the shop again. Alice is unable to get a shop up, so no orb for him. I guess he could just queue more bears instead, but ideally you'd like to have orb too. Colorful is so aggressive. He's right in his face. Literally in his base, shooting down the moonwell. Fight me. Fight me, bro.
That's some confidence from the #1 Night Elf in China. But Alice has strong items.
Yeah, Alice has had enough. He's like, you what, mate? Going for the chase now. Without an orb, that could be an overextension. I think if he goes too deep and ends up fighting in Colorful's base, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, for a moment there was 3 bears against only 1. Colorful can't take that fight, has to wait for more bears. He's got his 3rd coming as well, and number 4, and Mark of the Claw.
A player's forces are
But yeah,
under
down by 2 auras. That's an oof.
Yeah, and it's 2 really good ones as well. If Alice had True Shot here, wouldn't be one of the more relevant auras for sure. 49 supply for both players. Let's keep an eye on those upgrades though, because last game was really imbalanced. So far we have nothing from either side upgrade-wise. But now finally the first few ones about to kick in. It's gonna finish slightly earlier for Alice, actually, that +1 attack. He just got it. Whereas there's still a few more seconds for Colorful before he gets his, so he needs to retreat right now.
There's bells tolling everywhere. It's rejuvenation time. Not all of it getting dispelled. 1 bear in the back, having a tough time. Colorful engages into the fight with 2 bears not morphed into actual bear form. Horrible start for Colorful. Alice is backing up. I don't know why. He looked really good going into this. He even has illusions. But a quick dispel. Wow, Colorful so fast with the dispel against the illus. Demon Hunter low HP right away. Alice kiting back here partly. Demon Hunters on both sides now very low. Heal scroll coming through perfectly in the nick of time there for Colorful. And somehow he might be winning this fight, which is crazy. Seemed like a poor engagement by Alice. I think he could have just gone in much more confidently. But now the Demon!
Oh!
Gotta go down. He had the staff ready. Oh, Colorful almost fought his way back into this game wonderfully, but a huge blunder. He's gonna TP out before he loses too much. 1 bear died during the TP, and oh my god, almost a second. That mana burn a little too late. Whew.
Yeah, the healing scroll made a big difference here for Colorful. It helped him out tremendously initially, but then maybe the demon a little bit out of position for a second. I think the problem was that Alice also, like, you're supposed to pull back the bears when they're taking damage and then send them back in. He just was pulling them out the whole way, just kind of sending them home entirely. So now we got 49 supplies still on both sides, and Colorful's like, you know what? I lost my demon. I've remade a couple units. Let me just do the red camp real quick. I'll be right with you.
He wants to get his own aura, finally.
The player's forces are under attack.
Watch Alice get the 3rd aura, and Colorful, what's he gonna get? What's the worst item here? Medallion, right? Yeah, medallion.
Yeah, I guess it's not too bad on the Naga. There's no like super bad item, maybe?
Yeah, the Naga usually strength is worthless, though. So that's why that's probably the weakest.
In many cases, Cloak of Flames can be kind of bad, but I don't think this is one of them. Like here on the Demon, it will be pretty nice, like in the middle of the bears.
Hood
of Cunning
against Hood of Cunning. Pretty
So a
similar.
GT plus Intel.
Yeah.
Maybe we get on the other sides plus 12. I feel like the hero that should be carrying the auras is always the ranged hero. What do you think about that? Because now it's on the demon. It really shouldn't be on the demon, I think. Oh, Alice.
Yeah. I mean, the demon needs to pick up an invuln. And then maybe give the aura to the Naga and give him a heal scroll as well.
And in Von, dude, they could give him the claws plus 12 and the gloves of haste. Imagine that beast.
Oh, you
He will hit for like 70.
You gotta go for some. You gotta go for some defense, though, bro.
No. It's all damage here.
I can tell you, we're not a Diablo player. If you get just one shot in the Greater Rift, it's not gonna do much for you. All right,
Demons
Colorful
burning each
engaging in
other.
again. It seems like Colorful wants to force these fights kind of early and low supply, because if it gets 70 versus 70, there's no way he can win against Scourge Bone Chimes. So he needs to keep the pressure on.
Colorful finally picked up the sacred text that was left up there. He's gonna get some extra karma from the chat for this, I'm sure.
player's forces are under attack.
Why do you, like, you know, there's always people talking about why they don't pick up the tomes. Real talk, why do you think that so many players left the tomes?
I think they just they engage the camp and then they pick up the item that's the thing they care about and then they shift click out of it, you know, like A click, shift click, and then just move on. Also, I think it's really annoying when there's so many tomes on every map. You can never remember where all the tomes are. That's another great thing about Tidehunters. There's hardly any tomes on Tidehunters. I think tomes are just unnecessary clutter on maps. Because if a hero picks up, like, I don't know, 9 tomes or something crazy, and you look at him and he has got a weak inventory, you automatically think, well, it's not a very strong hero. But if he kept eating all those tomes, you get fooled. That's annoying. So, yeah. Overabundance of tomes, I'm not a fan. On AZ, there certainly are many of them, though. Like, we have many bears. 60 versus 63 supply right now. 2-1 upgrades against 2-1 upgrades. We're looking even in that regard, but yeah, those auras are not looking very fair.
I gotta say, Remo, that was a really hot take here by you. I didn't expect this super long explanation. I thought you were just gonna say, oh yeah, it's just not the priority and then drop it, but no.
Yeah, you know, I'm a deep thinker, Todd. Deep thinker.
All right. I have an engagement here. Colorful, trying to kind of kite his way out of this one. 2-1 upgrades for Alice right now. We got 2-2 for Colorful again. This guy is so good with the upgrades. Alice needs like 30 more seconds or maybe 20 to get his own 2-2. So he probably shouldn't fight before that's actually there. Even though he's got a lot of bears. Oh my god, that is a lot of bears from both players here. Colorful ahead in supply by 7 right now.
I think this might be his best time to fight. Get a heal scroll. And off we go.
That's a lot of rejuve available on both sides. Look at all those bears. He's keeping them not quite in bear form. Running around, replenishing mana super fast. Maybe he's going to use like a ton of rejuve as the fight starts. What? Oh my god, that was a mistake. He transformed everything. Or maybe it was a bait. Imagine if it's a bait.
It's okay, bro. They spawn with 400 mana nowadays. Not a problem. Fight begins. Colorful does not have Roar. Huge mistake by the favorite in this match. He's just casting Rejuve right now. He's forgetting about Roar. Roar on Alice's side is active. Wonderful Wisp flank coming in by Colorful, dispelling some of that Roar, and he finally activated his own Roar buff. Wisp now coming in from the other side, but of course the aura is so effective right now. Bears in the north. The flank there seems to be looking better for Alice, but in the south it's Colorful taking charge. Nagas dropping low mana. Colorful's gonna have only 1 Fog Lightning left here in a moment. Colorful might just barely be doing it with a supply lead, with a slight upgrade lead. Or I guess that one is even not the case anymore. And Alice is losing this game even with 2 auras, it would seem. Colorful again showing how amazing he is in Bear Mirror. Even starting off without Roar. How did he do it, Todd? How did he do it? That was insane.
Yeah, I mean, Colorful, the clearly better player here. Like, I think the micro in this fight was quite a bit better by him. And Alice now in a world of trouble. 50 supply to 68. And the soup is probably not going to lie here in WarCraft 3. I mean, it might be the one game where sometimes it can lie, especially with the upkeep and heroes. But that is a big difference here. Colorful, does he want to attack? I think he's waiting to replenish more hit points on his own bears. But that also allows Alice to do the same thing.
The mana pool has been increased in terms of spawn rate, but the region is still the same as before,
Player's forces are under attack.
which is not too bad. Did you know bears regen more when they're not in bear form, Bre?
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it earlier, that they were not.
Ah, sorry.
They were in Druid of the Claw form, mate. Look at them.
I missed that. Yeah.
Walking mana fountains right there. Who needs brilliance?
Well, I'm always fond of finding brilliance. Don't have that on my starting hero, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have it as a tier 2 unit that costs only 3 supply. That is level 4 brilliance. Not bad trade-off, eh?
Well, you know, it is what it is, Todd. It is what it is, and it stays what it stays.
It sure does. I like what Alice is doing. I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. He just kind of has to camp. It's almost like a bluff, too, because his Moonwells are completely empty. If you're Colorful here, you're thinking, I can't attack because he's got Moonwells in the back. He's got a shop. Colorful playing super smart, yet again grabbing another healing scroll. Those are so good. The value that you get out of healing scroll here, if you pull back like, 5-6 bears on mid hit points, you re-engage and then you use that on them, the value is just absurd. You can go to protection scroll.
All right. Next round. Alice honestly seems to have fully recovered after that bad fight. As Colorful invested lots of money into those items. Triple scrolls against dual aura.
Beautiful dance here for a moment too. The Wisp were going forward. Colorful was going to Fort Lightning them. Then they were pulled back. Demon went in. Now they re-engaged. Colorful finally gets 3 Wisps at once here. So that's going to fully not allow Alice to detonate those bears. Protection scroll fully effective. Scroll of the Beast active on both sides. The Demon Hunter of Alice going really low.
Oh my god. Was almost getting chased down there by the other man with the blindfold, Mr. Bloodwrath. And then when the Demon Hunter is out of the fight, a lot of damage is missing. Supply lead is with Colorful by around 6, but the Moonwells are very close by. Unfortunately, there's no Wellspring upgrade. An upgrade we see getting skipped more and more. Zeppelin trying to come in, but with the Naga Cold Arrow, there's no chance. Bears drop out, they're dizzy. That's 2 easy kills. More experience for Colorful, nearing ever closer that level 5. Fog Lightning connects by Alice doing decent damage, but the first hero cannot fall. The misses will be there, but not enough. Demon falls. Alice calls for the GG, and Colorful wins the game against 2 auras, showing how good he is in Bear Mirror, and that there's nobody in China who can challenge him there.